Another day, another adventure. Brenda and I are going to go check out this nice park, Willamette Mission State Park. Never been here before, but we're going to give it a go. All right, we made it. Found a little parking area here, and one of the little trails here at this state park is supposedly going to take us to see the nation's largest black cottonwood tree. So I figured this would be a nice little spot to go hike. There's different trails here at this park. This park is absolutely ginormous. It's 1,300 acres. So it's a very, very, very large park. But this one particular trail is going to take us to supposedly the largest black cottonwood tree in the nation. So that sounds pretty interesting. So we're gonna go meander down this way and go take a look and see what we can see. But yeah, Willamette Mission State Park. I just did a quick little Google search on it. We found it actually this morning, and we decided to take a little trip out here, and it's beautiful. As you can see, it's heavily forested. I mean, this is a really shaded trailhead, trees and shrubbery and greenery all over the place. It's really nice. It's really secluded. You can hear the birds chirping. There's some leaves falling as, you know, obviously we get closer to autumn, as autumn becomes a little bit more in full swing. And Brenda, of course, is just doing her thing. She's got to give the area a quick once over, see what she can smell. Right, girl? Right? I know. Let's keep going though. So we're gonna see. I'm actually kind of excited to see the nation's largest black cottonwood tree. That sounds pretty interesting. So we will see what that looks like. But it's a nice day today, Sunday. It's about 11:30 a.m. It's probably in the high 60s here, 68 degrees or so. It's a nice day. Yeah, and just to give you an idea of where we are, we're not that far from Salem, Oregon. This park is probably, I think it's like 7 or 8 miles outside of Salem, and it's about 4 miles outside of Kezar, Oregon, which is basically just a suburb of Salem. And yeah, I'm loving it so far. I'm always up for a nice little hiking trail, and this definitely fits the bill. Nice and shaded and secluded. There's blackberry bushes growing all over the place. There's not many blackberries currently, but there's blackberry bushes galore. We got a little squirrel fight going on up in the tree there. A couple of squirrels hashing out their disagreements. Girl, you missed it. There's some squirrel action going on right above your head and you're not even paying attention. Normally Brenda's all over the squirrels. Whenever she sees a squirrel or she hears a squirrel, she's all over it. But I guess the scents and the smells are a little bit more overpowering today. So her attention is focused downward, which is okay. But yeah, I'm loving this place. Even though you have to pay $5 to enter the park and park, you know, I'd say it's worth it, you know. It's a nice park. And at 1,300 acres, I mean, there's plenty of area to explore. And I love trails that are shaded. You know, I really don't like walking out in the bright sun. I don't like being out in the sunlight all that much. I mean, you know, I always wear sunscreen, and I'm always wearing the appropriate clothing, but still I just love to hike in shaded areas. It's just so much more comfortable. I see a pretty large tree right in front of us, so I wonder if that's the nation's largest blackwood tree. We shall see. Nice little picnic area up here, picnic tables, a bench. There's a trail going off in the other direction here. But man, this is such a nice area. It's beautiful. I know I say that a lot up here, but it is. You know, the Pacific Northwest, you just, oh, it's such a lush area. Moist and wet, plenty of greenery. And the trail is nice. They have it mulched down. They have mulch laid out across the dirt, so it makes the trail nice and nicely packed and easy to walk on. It's not dusty or muddy or anything like that. So it's kind of nice. I wish more trails were like this. Yeah, I'm giving this trail a big thumbs up. I definitely like this place. This is a nice hiking trail. This is a beautiful park. So we will definitely be making a return visit here. There's a woodpecker out there in the distance pecking away. I don't think you can hear it, but it's kind of cool to hear it. There's a little witty woodpecker out there doing his business. All the foliage down on the forest floor, all the leaves that have already turned and they've fallen. It's pretty. All the golden browns and the yellows. Yeah, just to give you some more geographical information about our location, we're located, basically this portion of Oregon is located in what's called the Willamette Valley, which is a long, fertile plain basically that runs through like central Oregon, central to somewhat northern Oregon. And it's just a wide, fairly large valley that's very fertile, very it's used for agriculture, lots of growing. They grow lots of things out here, and it's a really it's a popular area. That's where most of the cities are too. Most of the large cities in Oregon are located in the Willamette Valley. And Portland, Oregon's basically at the end of that. It's like the northern portion of the valley, and then it runs all the way down towards like Albany, Eugene, Oregon. Albany, which is the capital of Oregon. And then, so it runs for several hundred miles, basically right through the center of Oregon. And we're right smack dab in the Willamette Valley. So just to give you an idea of where exactly we are. And we're probably, this is probably 50 miles south of Portland here. Thereabouts, give or take a few miles. I found a walnut. There's definitely some walnut trees out here. I forgot about the walnut tree. This one's obviously a little wet and soggy and probably a little rotten, but if you're in the mood for walnuts and you like walnuts, there's plenty of walnut trees out here in the Pacific Northwest. And there's a few more right there. Man, fall has definitely arrived to Oregon. You know, coming from Los Angeles County, not many of the trees have really started to change yet, even though, I mean, obviously there's not that many trees down in LA County for the most part to even change, but the deciduous trees that are down there really haven't started to pop yet. At least not like they have up here. But man, this is so pretty. Fall is definitely in the air. Fall has definitely arrived, and autumn, glorious autumn is all around. I love it. We've come to a clearing here. Nice open area here in the park, so it's not, this area obviously isn't heavily forested like the other part. And we still haven't encountered the giant tree. I'm hoping we're on the right path. This is supposed to be the trail, so stay tuned. Is he in there? Did you get him? Roger Rabbit? Yeah. The Pacific Northwest, blackberries, they grow like weeds. They're actually considered an invasive species up here. They grow so readily. You know, people are actually trying to eradicate these things from growing in their yards and sometimes even in the communities. But blackberries are so tasty, you know, but up here it's, you know, because they're so ubiquitous, I guess it's considered almost like a weed, but it's a mighty fine tasting weed. One lady just passed by and she warned me that there's a family coming up ahead that has 4 German Shepherd dogs. And she gave me a heads up. She said they're well-behaved dogs. Hopefully that's true, because Brenda has had quite a history with German Shepherds for some reason. She's been attacked by more than a few. So here we go. We're gonna put it to the test, I guess. We got 4 big old Rin Tin Tin looking German Shepherds fast approaching. See? Well, that went better than expected. It didn't turn into the big brouhaha that I was anticipating, so A for effort, Brenda. All right, we're getting close to the large tree, so I'll be taking a nice little shot of that tree. But yeah, I just want to say it's so nice to be out here, and you know, for those of you hiking fans that know hiking is a wonderful activity. I don't, you know, I'm preaching to the choir, but for those of you that aren't into nature and going out into the outdoors and just, you know, breathing the fresh air and getting out and about, I would advise you to do that. You know, being in nature is just good for the soul. It really is. I keep hearing the Friday the 13th jingle playing in my head. You know, whenever we walk through these little cavernous, heavily secluded areas of the trail, I start hearing that little or I start having images of Michael Myers just popping out of the woods with a bloody knife or something. You know, it makes me harken back to the days when I used to be a big fan of all those cheesy 1980s slasher movies. You know, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, all that stuff. Fun times, fun times. A little creepy though, And there you have it. The nation's largest black cottonwood tree, located in Marion County, Oregon, inside Willamette Mission State Park. That is a lovely tree. Look at that big old thing. Thank you for watching. Until next time.